Hi everybody, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use our peer assessment discussion forum format to post your original posts and responses and how to grade one another. This is slightly different from a regular discussion forum, so that's why we thought we'd create this video to help our students know how to post. So by the end of this video, students should be able to post an original post, and this is important because we do want you to use the word original post in the title or at the top of your post. And you should be able to post responses to other students' original posts and grade other students' original posts and their responses. All right, so let's go into it. I have my test student account open. This is in our student orientation course, but when you walk in, if you're familiar with our course, or even if you're new to it, for the week you'll find your discussion forum. This is what the discussion forums look like. You're going to click on this. And here is the generic instruction that your teacher has posted. Typically, these will go from week to week and be about the same. The actual question you will find here below in the discussion. So for this one, of course, this is from a course that has already been taught here at Servants. And this activity, for example, is on corruption, and it's an exercise for a student. So students are told, step one, you're going to craft your original reply to this discussion forum. You'll see why I use the word reply here, but you're going to title it original post. And then after posting yours, then you'll be able to see other students' original posts. Step two, you're going to follow the rubric again to respond to at least 2 students' posts. And your 2 students' responses to the original post, you should title those response. And then finally, you're going to come back after everyone's done posting and grade your peers' original posts and responses. And you're going to use the discussion forum rubric to help you with that. So to help me, I have already copied and I'm going to paste into this document. I'm going to show you how to use it, okay? I'm going to craft a response that I've already typed up and saved in a document. In the meantime, I would like to have this peer assessment rubric open. So I'm going to keep that open in another tab because we're going to come back here if we need to refer to it. So these are the instructions that you will use for posting your forums when you are doing the peer assessment discussion forum rubric. It is pretty detailed, but pretty straightforward. Once you read through this, you'll find that it's similar to our regular discussion forums. There are just a few differences because now you're going to be grading your peers, and it tells you how to do that step by step. And it should guide you in how you write. So your responses will be better if you follow this rubric, because that's what it's there for, is to help you produce a good forum. Okay, so here's this, and it's on the home page, and the instructors will also link it within the course. So here's the question. I'm going to start by clicking on this. And you can see, by the way, it says this is a question and answer forum. In order to see other responses to these questions, you must first post your answer. Okay, so we're going to click here. And it says, in order to see, same thing you read before. So here's the question. In your post this week, I want you to talk about some of the ways God may use you and others who are interested in poverty alleviation to help bring salvation to these nations in the area of corruption for the sake of all those children who are suffering there today and for those who would suffer tomorrow. So sometimes you may get 1, 2, or 3 questions depending on the instructor, depending on the class, and then you'll have to answer to those. But this instructor here has the question and a long background information just to help give you context. So think of it as a mini lesson, if you would. All right, so it looks like someone else has already posted a post, and you'll see why in here just a moment. I have another account that I have created a post already, but you can't see it, and it tells you why. This post is currently hidden, mostly likely because first you need to put your discussion forum, right? I already mentioned that. Or another possibility is that the current time is not within the display period set for the post. So our classes and our courses here at Servants have a delay time after your post, after you've crafted your post. And it's about 30 minutes. And basically what it does is that it gives the student time to edit their post if they need to. So it won't be visible. So it's one of 2 reasons why you cannot see this one. Maybe the person just posted it, but it hasn't been time and they still have time. They need to edit it. So I'm going to reply to the parent email. Okay, so you have to reply to the original question. It says week 1 discussion forum questions. So I'm going to click reply. And when it reply, it opens up something small like this, depending on if you're using a cell phone or if you're using a smaller computer. You can click on advanced. I don't know if you can see this right here to have a lot more features to use. Okay, so I have something I've already typed up here that we're going to use just to make it easy for us. So this is test Ellen's post. Like I said, I typed this up to make it early. So I'm going to copy all of this. Let's scroll down. And these are my citations. So I'm copying all of that. Copy. We'll minimize that. And then I'm going to post it here. And, oh, sorry, I went too far. Here we are. And here's a little neat trick. If you need to see more, see how it's making me scroll up and down, it's a little annoying. You can click on this little thing that looks like a toolbar toggle, that's what it's called, or a table, and click on these 4 arrows. And what that does is it makes your screen full, so you can see a lot more. So I'm going to title it, like we instructed, original post. That's what I want to call it. Okay. And I'm going to go back here. And I'm pretty much done with my post. So I've written everything, and I'm going to post to forum. When I post it, this is what it looks like. As you can see, it is sub to this one. It is my original post. And I'm completely done with that. Okay. So there's that. Straightforward, right? Now, here is my other student account. Let's minimize this one, and we'll open here. Excuse me. Let's turn this off. And you can see that I have also posted my response. So here is the original question the teacher posted, and here is Ellen Atch's student, STU. Here's her post. And what she did here is that she decided to make it a bit easier. She put the question and the title within, and then she put her response. Okay, so, and now you can see mine. So it's been 30 minutes already, and now you can see test Kiwi Ellen. So I'm going to try not to say mine. I'm sorry for the confusion. Ellen Atch's STU already posted hers earlier, 9:42 p.m. And you can see now 9:53 p.m. Time is off by a little bit, but you're able to see test Kiwi Ellen's post. Okay, so those are the steps on how to post your original post. I'm going to review them very quickly. So first, you're going to open a discussion forum. You're going to read the instructions. You're going to click on the question, read the instructions detailedly, take the time to read and craft your response. Type it up, do your research, review, whatever you need to do. You're going to click on reply, which that's right there, and then click on advanced if you want more features, and then you're going to put your response in here. Okay, I'm going to cancel this because I'm not allowed to do 2 original posts, just 1. Okay, and so that's it. Next, I'm going to show you how to respond to Ellen Atcha STU's post and also to test Kiwi Ellen's post. All right, just to clarify, by the way, so it's when I say mine, I'm referring to Ellen STU, which is the student account that I'm using. And the other thing I wanted to mention to you guys is it doesn't mean that you have to do this. I think it's just helpful and easier if there's more than one sub question within a question. Okay, so now we're going to show you how to reply. So this is Ellen STU, and she's going to reply to test Kiwi Ellen. So let's just click reply. And I already have a reply that I wrote. Okay, so test Ellen, I'm sorry, STU is replying to Ellen Atcha. So let's copy this. It doesn't really matter. I'm just filling the blanks here, but I just want you guys to see it. Okay. And it's specific, right? So again, you can make it advanced if you want to be able to do more. And you can still see the post right above, the post that you're responding to. Okay. So STU is responding to her. So you have to title it response like we asked. Okay. And this is one of 2. So you're going to do 2 of these. I'm just showing you how to post one of them. So I agree with you that we cannot hope to fix the issue. So the student writes, and I'm going to save it. And when I save it, you'll be able to see that the word count shows below. So I have met my minimum of 100 words. And how do I know it's 100 words? It's right here. So I'm going to make sure it's significant, it's helpful. It's at least 3 to 4 sentences. As you can see, it is. And it furthers the conversation. So you can see that she says, I was faced with the same daunting feeling. So she's responding to the student. That's Kiwi Ellen is doing that. I mean, STU is responding to Kiwi Ellen in the way that she's trying to further the conversation. Okay, so that's the response. Just remember that this is important and that you have to do At least for now, it's 2. Sometime it may be 3, depending on the instructors, but you have to do at least 2. Okay, so let me go. I've shown you how to do 1. I'm going to show you how Test Kiwi Ellen responds. And when I refresh my screen here, just wanted you to see, there is STU's response to Test Kiwi Ellen. As you can see again, it is sub to this one. Okay, so now Kiwi Ellen is going to respond here. She's going to click again reply. So this is just reviewing the steps. Let's copy something from our notes, which would be down here. Hopefully I'm not confusing you and you're finding this helpful. I'm going to paste it. And there we go. So that's responded. So that's how you respond to 2. Now I want to show you how to grade. Okay, so here's what you do. Just to review, okay, you're going to rate your peers' original post and 2 responses. Give them 1 grade on the original post out of 40. This is a combination of the original post, which is out of 20, and the grades for their replies, which is also out of 20. So the total is 40, okay? And you're going to do this all in 1 reply. You don't have to do 2 separate ones, but per student, of course. So let's look at this here. Here we are. Ellen Acha STU is going to grade Test Kiwi Ellen, okay? And I already have that typed up for you guys. So let's go and find, here is STU grading her. Okay, so we already posted a comment and now she's grading what she thought. So, okay, as you can see, she's going to copy this just a moment here. Okay, copy. And she's going to come here. Okay, she's grading this and she's going to say, this is STU grading Kiwi. So she's going to click on reply. Okay, and she's going to Command V, click on advanced. If you want to see more and be able to do more, I don't need all this extra. I just need the final score. So we're going to take all this out and it's out of 10 points. This is just something old I had typed up before. So it's 10 out of 10. And I say why. I don't feel like you quite give us a solid action step. You mentioned relying on the Holy Spirit and the power of God, but I don't see how you don't state that as an action point. Setting people free from corruption is spiritual work and requires the power of God, spiritual leading. So, for example, here's what you could say, right? You could say, as you pursue international adoption in your work, you can fight corruption by doing blank, blank, blank. So that's why I think she didn't give her full points. She gave her 7 out of 10. But on everything else, she thought she did good, right? So she gave her 2 out of 2 points for this. She thought she cited her references properly, personalized. So all of that's good. And this timeliness doesn't matter, so you can delete it because I already confirmed that she posted it on time, which was by the due date, which would have been Thursday. If she hadn't, then I would just say, unfortunately, it wasn't posted on time. It doesn't count. Okay, so as you can see, it says here for timeliness, up here, deadlines. You must post for your replies to count. If you don't post, late posts and threads will not be graded unless you have an emergency and got permission from your instructor as soon as possible. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So you don't have to put that there. So there's her grade. So for this one, she's giving her 17 out of 20. And then for her responses, you'll just come over here and you're going to copy it. By this point, you've already looked at her responses, right? And you think she did pretty good in the responses. Again, you don't need all this, but here are the criteria you're looking at when you're grading. So I thought it was excellent. I thought she submitted a good, response to another student's post. So I'm going to give her 6 out of 6 here. And I also thought that her comments were helpful. I thought it was complete sentences. So she's going to get 4 out of 4 here. And if in her other response, maybe she did not meet the word count. So this is for 1. So this one is going to give her 10 out of 10. I'm just going to copy this again and do the same thing. So for this one, I felt, you know what, her comment was not very helpful, or she didn't meet the word count. And we already know what we would say, right? So it says here, 4 point meets the word count, does not meet the word count. So actually that would be a 0. So she didn't meet the word count. So unfortunately for this one, she gets 6 out of 10. So what's her total? We're going to put her total score up here. This is her total score for this discussion forum. Okay, so you're going to do the math. It's out of 40. and it's 17 plus 10, that's 27, and then you're at 6, and that puts her at the final score 33 out of 40. So we're gonna bet. If I can highlight this, if you want to make it big and bolded, you could do that. You could give it some color. So you can do this with the advanced method in case you didn't know this. And you can also make it bigger. And now it's right there. So that's her final score. And you're going to post it to the forum. And you've done it. So that's it. If you have any questions, reach out to your instructor. They'll be able to give you assistance. I hope this video you guys find helpful.